power is still out right now, but we want you to take a look at this. You can see these giant generators that are above us that are actually powering the light that you see here in town this morning. Otherwise, still no power over here on East Main Street. They actually bent back these parking signs, again, almost tearing that one in half. And if you look above us over on the other side of the street, again, the force of that storm was so powerful that it actually smashed up those windows. You can see that Fisher Law Firm and the Benton County Title Company are still standing. But if you just take a look next door, all that's left of Klingman Pharmacy and Michael and Down Furniture Store is nothing but debris and rubble. In fact, if you take a look behind me, you'll see that there's Waterloo investigators right now over here in the area. Now, we were told just moments ago by the Cedar Rapids Police Department that one person was shot. They found cop cars right outside. These just came into the building, brand new mailboxes, and they're ready for those tenants to go ahead and move in. And another really cool thing, if you head over here, this is one of the original murals that were here for Monroe Elementary School. He says it's best to keep kids indoors when mowing the lawn and never let them ride on a lawnmower. Ryan is even sharing his story with others so they know just how dangerous it is for kids to be around lawnmowers.
Everything is going through your head. Like, I just gotta tell them how much I love them over and over again, and like, you know, you just can't prepare for anything like that ever for a child.
Ryan Manal says last year's lawn mowing accident still haunts him. He was mowing his neighbor's lawn and didn't notice his youngest son running towards him. As Ryan was backing up, he knew he hit something. And when he finally realized what happened, it was too late. His son's body was under the giant machine.
I got the mower off him, I screamed, and then after that I seen all his injuries and knew that this was a terrible thing. And my neighbor that I was mowing, he came running out, and I told him to call 911.
3-year-old Tate was rushed to a nearby Waterloo hospital.
That whole ride was just awful. He kept fading in and out, and I was just yelling at him, "Tate, Tate!" And he come back, and I didn't know if we were gonna make it there.
Tate was then airlifted to UIHC, where the trauma team quickly went to work.
It 15 or 20 or 30 minutes for this boy to make it to the hospital and to the operating room. He may have not made it, or he may have made it, but would have had some very bad disability, much worse than what he has now.
The boy's stomach and legs were badly hurt, but doctors were able to save his life. Now Ryan's message to other parents about lawnmower safety is personal. He hopes his story will educate others on just how dangerous lawnmowers can be.
They're powerful, and this is what they can do, and people actually do, unfortunately, lose their lives from these accidents, and we were fortunate enough that didn't happen, and now we can be out here to try to help save lives for other families. 20 team captains are out right now leading their search teams on buses, ATVs, and by foot. They're checking ditches and culverts and basically looking for any place that Jake Wilson may be. Now, earlier this morning, we watched a morning briefing as law enforcement thanked everyone for coming out to help search. They kicked off the search by heading into the outskirts of LaPorte City. The morning briefing was shorter today, but still, the room was filled with a lot of new faces. Some volunteers even shared a special connection with Wilson.
Jake is actually he goes to CF. We have a really nice special needs program there. So, I mean, we've seen him get bussed over and stuff. And, I mean, you know, day 4, and they were asking for more people, and we thought it'd be time to come out and do something.
Jake is pretty important to all of us, all of the school, everyone. He's an impact.
As of 9 this morning, they've had about 250 volunteers check in. It's less than yesterday morning, but law enforcement still expects more people to help join the search as the day goes on. Now, again, authorities say they aren't treating this as a criminal investigation, but multiple agencies, including the Iowa DCI and FBI, are assisting in the search. Again, law enforcement is still asking for more volunteers to come out here and help, and they are having a special press conference that'll be starting today at 11:45. I'm reporting live in LaPorte City, Alicia Tarrant-Khan, KCRG, TV9 News.
Do police have any information about, say, suspecting foul play in this man's death?
Chris, police tell us they found a man's body early this morning, but it's still too early on in the investigation to see if any foul play was involved. Now, we did speak with some neighbors across the street, and they tell us that something like this typically doesn't happen in their neighborhood. We spoke with Dallas Coleman, who says he was sitting at home on his computer when he heard what sounded like gunshots last night around 11 o'clock. He tells us his father had just come home around that time, and he heard the same thing outside.
Then this morning we wake up and the cops are here, and somebody's dead in an alley, like just right across from our street. It's kind of shocking.
Now, Chris, when we first got to the scene, police had just blocked off part of the alleyway, and investigators were interviewing neighbors. Now, police say this is an active investigation, and we will update you with the latest information once we get it. I'm reporting live in Cedar Rapids. Alicia Tarrant-Kahn, KCRG, TV9 News.
Was at the Eastern Iowa Airport this morning and spoke to some of the veterans before takeoff.
Check out this departure board. All of these flights are on time, but that wasn't the case 2 weeks ago when heavy fog canceled the third honor flight of the year. But today we had a second chance to talk to veterans as they headed out to D.C.
Oh, shucks.
That was the feeling 2 weeks ago when Raymond and Robert Reinhardt found out their honor flight was canceled because of heavy fog. But that didn't stop these twin brothers. They served in the Korean War together, and today they both got a second chance to see D.C.
I feel pretty perky, you know. We are excited about the things that we're going to see.
They're joining other veterans like Tony Monzo, who didn't know when they would get another shot at an honor flight until they got some good news about a week ago.
I felt good when I got they called me up over there. They're going to reschedule. Oh, I feel like $1 million.
And if you can't tell by his accent, Tony Monzo is a World War II veteran originally from Italy. After dealing with the delay, today he's feeling great.
2 weeks ago, I was a little shocked. I don't know, but today I'm relaxed.
And once they get to D.C., Monzo and the Reinhardt brothers will lay a wreath down at the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery.
This American dream. That's what, to me, I feel wonderful. There's no words to express myself how good it is. See all these veterans over here, beautiful.
And you could come out tonight and thank a veteran during a special welcome home ceremony right here at the Eastern Iowa Airport. That'll begin tonight around 10:15. I'm reporting in Cedar Rapids. Alicia Tarrant-Kahn, KCRG, TV9 News.